Heading into this taping, were you anticipating seeing Ben, or were you kind of not fazed by it at this point?
I was really nervous about seeing Ben. Yeah, I mean, when the last time you see somebody is when they're dumping you, it's a little nerve-wracking to know that, you're going to see him for the first time tonight. So I was nervous, but nothing but positive feelings whenever he walked out.
Was that bittersweet, or?
That's absolutely bittersweet. I mean, like I said out there, I mean, I don't have a bad thing to say about him. I mean, I don't think there's a bad bone in his body, and
you made a huge statement. You said like he was the best guy you've ever met in your life.
I believe that.
Wow.
I mean, I do, and I stand behind that. And for that reason, does part of me wish it would have worked out? Yeah, but a larger part of me knows that if it was supposed to, it would have. Mm-hmm. So that's a little comforting. And
a lot of people, as we heard on the show, loved your family and your dad. And did going through that really up the game between you and Ben? Did you think after that you had a very good shot?
100%. I mean, seeing him interact with my family was the moment I knew I was in love with him, and I saw it fitting. I saw him, holidays with my family, I mean, I saw that, very comfortable and easy and natural, and I thought that was a big turning point for us as far as what America's seeing. Did I feel it strong earlier on? Absolutely. And did I feel as though he did too? Yeah, but as far as what they're hearing, I think that was a big turning point for us, and I thought it could only get better
right
there.
As far as the whole Courtney session of the evening, I mean, I'm as anti-Courtney as anyone, but I'll admit, watching her up there and sort of seeing some of the footage of them further down the line, I felt a little bit for her, and I felt like she was being at least somewhat genuine. Is that your experience, or no?
I'm still on the fence. Do I want to believe that she's genuine and that everything she was saying was sincere? Yeah, I want to believe that. I do. I'm just having a hard time jumping on board right away. Mm-hmm. Maybe after I sleep on it, I'll have a different perspective tomorrow, but I'm not one way or the other right now. It's a lot to take in, a lot of time, a lot of hurt feelings,
Right.
And I do forgive. I mean, I do forgive and forget, but in this situation, it might take a little longer.
Right.
I'm not saying I don't accept her apology, but I don't know if I buy it right away.
And it's so easy to see why she would have brought that up at the last minute. And I mean, then again, it's like, can someone really manufacture tears or add an emotion? It's like there's arguments on both sides, I guess. Yeah. So I see why you're conflicted.
I am. I'm very conflicted, but it's already all said and done. Neither her and Ben are together. They're not, it's not going to affect me. So I really am not going to waste a lot of energy thinking about it.
Yeah. Do you think that, I know Ben said, initially, someone being a model, he specifically requested he didn't want that, and he's not swayed by looks versus intelligence, and I brought that up when he came back here, and he was like, everyone was beautiful, so of course her being a model didn't matter to me. But do you think maybe it did? Just the idea of it seeped into his head?
Maybe subconsciously, but the Ben that I know would not go and seek out a model. I mean, that has no importance to him. Mm-hmm. I genuinely wanted to believe that he was in this to find somebody who he could click with and that he respected and wanted to love, and vice versa, mm-hmm. and I guess he saw glimpses of that with her,
right.
Regardless of her profession. But did she play that up in her sexuality and stuff, and did that get her ahead in the game? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a guy, what can you do?
What can you do?
You're given that on a platter in front of your face,
He was saying he thought sometimes he comes across as boring in the way the show is edited. Do you think that, what are we not seeing of him that you experienced?
He is so funny and goofy and just life of the party. There's never a dull moment with him. They have to show all the serious stuff because that's what makes or breaks a relationship. But he and I were always laughing, and he's always doing something funny and goofy and just making. Yeah, his sarcasm was amazing. I would say his humorous side they didn't show a lot of, and that was a big part of why I was attracted to him. He was so funny and laid back and just witty and smart. They just don't have time to show that on the show.
So walking away from this, are there things from the experience you're going to take into a new relationship, or is it such a weird, isolated experience that you really can't?
There's 100% things I'm going to take from this into my next relationship. I think that Ben has probably the most, so I have a list of qualities that I want in somebody, and some guys have these but not these, and vice versa. Ben's the one person I've found that has the majority of them in one, in one person, and to see that I can have a relationship regardless of if he's dating other women with somebody of that stature, and I don't think I'll settle for anything less.
That's a great
from here on out.
Don't settle.
So that's a good thing I'm taking away from this. If somebody like Ben Flanagan can be interested and consider spending a life with me,
someone like you can be interested in him, girl.
You're sweet. But I'm not going to lower my standards for anybody from here on out, and I can find somebody as good as him.
There you go. Thanks so much.